Grace and peace to you. This is yours truly. Welcome to Community and God Talk with yours truly, Bishop Cornelius Bowser. I had a question that I wanted to ask, but also I want to make a point about something when it comes to dealing with the police and how, especially we as a Black and brown community, view police. You know, not everyone hate the police, but there is a low percentage of Black people especially that really trust the police, right? But when a poll was done, in the same sense, there are a lot of people, a lot of Black people I should say, that really believe, really want the police in their communities, right? Because of the crime and violence and things like that. But they do want more accountability with the police, as far as when the police, do things that they shouldn't do. And I think that that's part of the huge problem that we have, is how do we bring accountability to the community? I mean, with police in the community, but also accountability among ourselves also, right? So here's the thing. Are all cops bad cops? And if there are some good cops, can they be considered good cops because they work in a system that is racist, right? Because I hear people say that a police officer can't be a good cop because he works within a racist system. Personally, I believe that a police officer can be a good cop. I know a lot of good police officers. I have relationships with a lot of good police officers who, really care about the community and so on. But that's just me being a pastor and being a person who believe in giving everyone a chance. But there's a lot of people that don't trust the police and really against the system. I have one of my homeboys who's a real one, right? This is somebody that, is a real one. And he shared with me that, one time he had a DUI and police officer pulled him over. And they asked, was he drinking? He said, yep. And he was drunk, right? And they were talking to him and they said, man, you're an OG, aren't you? And he said, yeah. And so they told him, they're like, man, get your OG blah, blah, blah out of the car, man. Park this car and get yourself home. Either walk or, get a ride or whatever. And my homeboy, he was telling me, he was sharing the story to me. And that's why I'm bringing this topic up. He was like, man, not all cops are bad cops, man. He said, because they gave me a break. He said, they could have took me to jail, man. He said, but they, he said, the police officer said, man, get your OG blah, blah out of the car and get your OG self home. and they let him park his car and they let him go, right? And you don't find that too much, in our community. I'll tell another story of another OG, a real one. He was at a crime scene, and someone disrespected him, and he hit the person and knocked him down. And the police seen everything, and they just told him, they're like, hey man, just leave and go, because they knew that he really wasn't completely in the wrong on that. And they was like, hey man, just leave and go, right? And they let him go, right? Now you could look at, well, you don't care about our community, so you letting somebody that victimized somebody else leave. But I don't look at it like that. I look at it like the officer gave him a break because, they could have wrote up a report and they could have arrested him or done anything they wanted to do if they wanted to be mean, nasty police officers. But they gave him a break on that. And you can go on and on and on. I can tell you numerous stories when I was in the streets about good cop, bad cop things. So we all know that there are a lot of good police officers out there. A lot of times, even myself, I'm real hard and critical of police, but I want to also make it clear that, I also support police when they're doing the right thing, and when they're doing their jobs, and when they're really working towards community-oriented policing, and so on, because we absolutely need that, and so on. So basically, my question again is, and you can put it down in the comments, do you believe that all police officers are bad? Or do you believe that some police officers can be good and do good things in the midst of a I don't want to say corrupt system, but a system that's most definitely racist and biased towards black and brown people, especially black people. So let me know. All right, God bless you.